Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Tarot with Titania reading of the week for October 10th to the 17th, 2025. I'd like to apologize about last week. I have been congested. Last week it was coughing, and I kept muting the reading and recording my coughing, so I had to delete that video. So I apologize to everyone for last week's lack of a video. There was one, it just didn't work out the way I was wanting it to. Anyway, hopefully you're managing these energies of this time well. It feels like things are lightening a little bit, and that's the Pluto is going stationary. It will no longer be retrograde, and it just feels like there is a momentum that is switching direction. Things are changing direction. So if you're not feeling it yet, that's okay. Just keep breathing, stay on target. Let's get into this week's reading and just find out what we need to support us into our best. I invite you to close your eyes. Let's take those nice deep breaths together. 3 of them, please. And with the third exhale, I invite you to imagine a tree root coming down out of the base of your spine, going down deep into Mother Earth and grounding you here and now in this present moment. Knowing that this tree root is not only anchoring you and allowing you to be fully here now, but it is also providing you with a conduit through which anything that no longer serves can easily pass down into Mother Earth and become compost for your new growth. Creator, this is your daughter Titania, and I'm here with all of your children about to do the reading of the week for October 10th to the 17th, 2025. I call upon my higher self and the higher selves of all those listening, as well as an overlighting angel of communication to be present and facilitate this exchange, ensuring that it happens in the highest and best way possible, and that we cover all that is in our personal and our collective heart and mind at this time to our satisfaction, in this window that we have together here today. I'd like to invite the 4 archangels to come and hold the 4 directions around us, please, creating a sacred container of clarity, of wisdom, of healing, of insight, of transformation, of peace. Whatever is uppermost for each of us individually and for us as a collective humanity may be held here in a good way, so that we may rise and heal and transform and become all that we need to be, releasing what no longer serves us and being in service to more love and life and joy and peace. I invite Raphael to hold the east, Michael to hold the south, Gabriel to hold the west, and Uriel to hold the north. Thank you for coming. Anything that doesn't match these frequencies and intentions is welcome to go now. And on we go. Okay. So, Creator, what is it that we need for this week of October 10th to the 17th, 2025? If you're in Canada, very happy Thanksgiving to you. May it be a good one. Time of appreciation and gratitude is always a positive thing. When we have that attitude of gratitude, it always shifts our energy. It's very powerful. And this beautiful white rose wanted to come home with me today from my walk. It is so fragrant. I wish you could smell it. It's amazing. One of the last probably of the season. So treasured and immortalized. So Creator, what is it that we need to know for this week of October 10th to the 17th, 2025, for our personal and our collective highest and greatest good, that we may be at our best in highest service to more love and light at this time on the planet. For our personal and our collective human good, please. We're starting with the Wheel of Fortune, Major Arcana. What goes around comes around. As we sow, so shall we reap. The importance of us being deliberate about the energy that we are putting out into the world. This card is sitting in what is considered the past. It's information from our past that's very relevant to the present and the future. And so this idea of as we're putting out energy, that's what's going to come back to us amplified. Are we being intentional about this? Are we being deliberate about this? Are we giving it the importance and the weight that it needs to? This is reminding us that right now, especially, there is a lot, you've probably noticed, the dial has gone up. There just are so many distractions. There are so many niggly, irritating, upsetting, distressing, triggering things being broadcast out through the airwaves. And if we let ourselves get hooked by them, our energy goes down. We're no longer resilient. We're no longer optimistic. We're no longer positive. We're no longer feeding life with our good vision, with our good intentions, with our love and our care and our attention. So this card is reminding us that we need to be very, very intentional about where we're giving our focus right now. What are we giving our energy to? What are we nourishing with our attention and our focus? Because as we give it our energy and our focus, whatever it might be, whether that's a happy thing or a not so happy thing, it's going to grow. It's going to expand. And I think right now we really need to be giving our energy to that which is life-giving. Large, small, it doesn't matter. But focusing on what brings us to more life will bring more life. Focusing on what brings us to gratitude will bring more gratitude and appreciation. Remember, what we're putting out there is going to come back to us amplified. So if we're allowing ourselves to be triggered into fear or doubt or uncertainty or scarcity or, maybe just the biggest word is fear, we're actually feeding into a cycle of that coming back to us amplified. And I'm not saying this to scare anyone, but just to remind us that we are that powerful. And it is so, so important right now for us to be conscious and deliberate about what are we giving our attention and our energy to. And it's a challenging one because, of course, we all feel like we have to be good citizens. We need to be paying attention to all the stuff that's happening on the planet. But I'm just going to remind us all, myself included, that everything that is going on is for us. It is all in service to our greater good. It is providing us with dramatic contrast, which is enabling us to get clear about what we prefer so that we can give our energy to that which we desire and that which we prefer. The challenge is not to get trapped in the hole. Do not fall in the hole. We do it because we're human, but the more conscious and deliberate we become, the less time we spend in that hole. And that's very, very important because of this energy. We really want to be keeping energy moving in positive ways, focused in good ways. Something comes across your field that distresses you or upsets you, use it as a reframe. Use it as a springboard. What do I know now? So being conscious of this and intentional and deliberate about this and using anything that is of a lower frequency to springboard us to a higher frequency. I'm grateful for this contrast creator because it's supporting my ability to see what I prefer. It's allowing me to see what I want the world to be like so that I can give that energy instead of this thing that's bringing my energy down. Okay, the present card, the beautiful card of the Empress. She's pregnant, she's expecting. She's often portrayed in a garden full of fruit and flowers and abundance. There's this gorgeous quality of late high summer where there's just so much fertility and abundance and gorgeousness. The Empress is about the quality of multiplication, things being amplified. So a little bit like we talked about here, where attention goes, energy flows, and it comes back to us amplified. The Empress is all about this quality of multiplication. What are we creating? What are we giving energy to? What are we nourishing? What are we gestating? Because ultimately, this is where we're sitting right now. We are gestating new life, new possibility space. So this discipline piece, this important focus piece is essential right now because we are in this state of creating. If you've been following Pam Gregory, you'll be familiar with this idea that we're in the third trimester. That the next 3 months, we need to take care to be very focused, to keep ourselves in the best state possible so that our energy is very high and lofty because that's necessary at this time on the planet. So this idea of this fertility, of this abundance, of this expectation, nourishing it If you're a mom in her third trimester, you want to make sure you're getting enough rest. You want to make sure you're getting enough movement. You want to make sure you're hydrated and that you're eating good foods because, well, you're growing life. And so are we. So being really important. And when you're a pregnant woman, you don't want to watch horror movies because that trauma resonates through your body down to your fetus. We have to be far more deliberate in our society about how we are and what we do. And this card is reminding us that it doesn't serve us to engage with that fear at this point, with that trauma charge that keeps getting blasted at us. Be afraid of this thing. Be afraid of that thing. This horrible thing is coming. This horrible thing is coming. We don't know. We don't know if it's going to happen or not. What we do know is that we need to stay focused right here, right now on what is important, what is beautiful, and what is possible with our attention, our energy, and our focus, because that feeds more life. Both of these are talking about more life. Okay, another one, the world. So the world has the dancer with life. The dancer is each and every one of us. We are co-creative components. We are individuals who are dancing with the life force energy. And as a result, we're creating worlds. We have the planet here behind us. So we're creating this beautiful life that we're experiencing, and we're creating energy for the future. We're creating the blueprint for what will come for future generations. So this card, we're moving into this quality of energy of, if we are the dancers with life, and we are, how do we want that dance to go? Do we want it to be beautiful? Do we want it to be fast, slow? Not a very good analogy, but you get the idea. This idea of the world. We have the possibility to create anything. What do we want? And the contrast of this time, that dial that's gone up on all of that scary, freaky stuff, and all that stuff gets thrown across our field and makes us feel angry and indignant and can't believe it. How could it be this way? That is all helping us to clarify what we prefer so we can create this beautiful world. We need to use it, though, and not just be distracted by it. It's very, very, very important. But this is the energy of what we're moving into, this idea of being powerful creators, harmoniously co-creating with life, creating something magnificent, this expansion, this beauty. It's all about what are we laying down to create for the future. Because it's all going to come back to us and future generations. So we need to do it well. And the foundation card. I love that. That's such a confirmation of the feeling I had at the beginning of this reading. 6 of Swords, passage. So in this card, these people are in a boat. They've lost their rudder. They've lost their mast. They've just come through a terrible storm. The energy has been, it's been incredibly disruptive. And they've had no way to steer their boat. They've simply been at the effect of the current and the wind. They're just getting pulled along. But we see here that the individual is signaling. He's got a little bit of white cloth and he's signaling, and off the frame, there's a boat that's going to come and rescue them. So things are about to change for them. It was hard. It was really difficult, but they made it. And now new beginnings, passage from what was into what will be. And this is where we sit as individuals, as humanity. We're moving from what was into what will be. We haven't got there yet. We don't know what it looks like yet. We're still in the process of building it, but we need to be very careful and deliberate in our gestation of this new world. So for the next 3 months, and I know this isn't supposed to be a 3-month reading, but this is the general energy of the astrology, etc. Take care. Pretend that you're birthing a baby. Do what you need to keep your energy high and clean and clear. Keep moving that ball up the field in your life. What are those things that just need to happen every day for you to be happier, healthier, more resilient? How can you help others to be happier and healthier, more resilient? And just staying focused on the good, because there's enough not good out there. And we can't feel bad enough to change anything. It's important for us to remember that. What we can do is take the information from the outside world and use it to springboard us to what we prefer, so that we lay down the future that we want to experience, that we want future generations to benefit from as we go through this time of passage. So that's a lovely reading for this week. time of transition, time of passage, moving from what was turbulent times into peace and beauty and well-being and harmony. And we need to give that energy, not dystopian visions for a horrendous fascist future of control and domination. Because when enough of us hold this, that's what will come through. And already the tipping point has been reached, and this is what we're going to be creating. The old just needs to play out. So don't give it too much attention. Keep focused on what is beautiful for you, because that will mean more beauty for all of us. Okay, and with that, let's find our card to grow on. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to say before I close this up. No, I think it's good. Okay, Creator. So in summary, Creator, of this reading, what do we need to know? How do we summarize this information so that we can thrive, so that we can be part of this beautiful wave of life on our planet at this time, holding our centers, holding our vision, holding our wisdom and our knowledge and our intelligence and our love and our care in good ways? What is our card to grow on this week, please, that we can carry it forward with us this week in good ways? And we have the Hierophant, the inner teacher. So going inside whenever we're in doubt, do what we need to do to ground and connect with the broader, wiser part of us. We all have a broader, wiser part of us, whether we are intentionally cultivating that relationship or not. We all have it. That's what meditation does. That's what any practice that takes us into a quiet, still, inward focused place does, is connects us to that broader, wiser part of us. And as we cultivate that, we receive the insights and the information, the distinctions that we need to live that more beautiful life, to not be so deeply affected by the outer world. It's an interesting thing to think about. We have a certain amount of focus and energy and attention. And a lot of times, most of that is outside of us. We need to have a balance between that energy that is being focused outward and the amount of energy that is within us, so that we're in a balanced state, not 90% of our attention and focus being outside of our body. We need at least half of it inside of our body at all times. So if you notice that you're getting pulled off center, take that nice deep breath in. Come back to your body and ask yourself, what percentage of me is here now? And notice the information that you get back, because that's where the power is in the bodies right here, right now. With our minds tearing around, trying to figure it all out, trying to control things, we don't get very far because it's not grounded in the body, in reality. We need the mind connected to the body, connected to the heart, connected to the spirit. We need all of it together to do our best work. And this card is reminding us that breath, that coming home to ourselves and having a practice that brings us home to ourselves, where most of our energy is within us, and we observe the world from this centered, grounded, peaceful place. That's where the power is to create this more beautiful future. That's where we can attain a state of neutrality, a state of awareness and observation and distinction, so that we can respond to life from an intentional, kind, elevated, compassionate space. Really important for us right now, because as I said, there is so much that is triggering and demoralizing and distressing. It does seem like the world has gone absolutely mad sometimes, but it hasn't. It's just the appearance of it. As those old structures, institutions, and belief systems fall away, they were what once was what was held, but it's no longer relevant. It's no longer appropriate. It's no longer for the highest and greatest good. So those things have to go, but they're kind of going kicking and screaming rather than placidly and calmly. And the contrast is helping us to create what we want going forward. So it is all for us. It is all in service to us. We just need to keep cultivating our right relationship to the broader, wiser part of us, by being deeply home in our bodies, deeply present to ourselves, and letting that space grow in us, where we have access to more of that wisdom all of the time because we are inviting it in. We're inviting that relationship to the divine to occupy more space in our field and be with us more. So we live into this powerful state and we create from this powerful state, which is the more exciting and incredible thing. So that is 4 major arcanas out of 5 this week, which is a lot. We're definitely in a time of transition. I think we all know that. I think we feel it, especially people who are listening to this reading. You're of a certain frequency and awareness level, so you know what we're going through. We just need to keep going. Find the peace, find the beauty, focus on it, let it grow with your appreciation and gratitude, stay focused on the good, cultivate your right relationship with the divine within, and we will continue to thrive, and we will continue to bring through the good, and we will continue to focus on what is to come, what we want to move towards rather than what we're trying to move away from. That's very, very important. So thank you for being here and for adding your energy to mine this week. Because I don't create these in isolation. You, by being here, even if it is in the future, are adding your frequency to mine, and we are co-creating this reading together. And the intention is for our personal and our collective highest and greatest good. So just remember that intention has been set, and intention setting is incredibly powerful. We can use it in any part of our lives, at any time. Helps us to become more aware and more distinct about what it is that we want to be doing in the world, and it allows us to be more effective as a result because our energy is gathered and then applied in a more conscious and deliberate fashion. It's mindfulness in practice. I invite you to close your eyes. Let's take a nice deep breath. That simple act of breath in and release brings us home, brings us back to ourselves. Our wise and beautiful body does it automatically when we have something that excites us or upsets us. We come home, back home, right here, right now, to our beautiful bodies. Point of power, point of wisdom, point of highest effectiveness. Creator, this is your daughter, Titania. Thank you for this opportunity to once again be here and participate in these collaborative readings that we are co-creating in service to our personal and our collective good at this time. I'm grateful for each and every individual who finds their way here and adds their energy to ours so that we may grow in frequency and intention and empowerment and joy and all the good things that we know are possible in our hearts, and that we sustain and hold each other in that good way across time and space. We are part of the family of light, and there are so many people all over this planet focusing like this in good ways. I'm grateful for you. Thank you for being part of this once again. May we receive what we need to go deep, to hold space, to stay connected to the broader, wiser part of us and live more of that out into the world in service to more love and light. Have a beautiful Thanksgiving if you're up in Canada. I wish you a beautiful mid-October, and I'll look forward to seeing you next Friday. Take care and bye for now.